Hi, my name is John Drux with LiveCalif.com, doing a series of documentaries, commentaries. This one's going to fall under change, but again, the most of it's going to be about the U.S. housing market. As heard on the news today that home prices in Fresno dropped 11% from 2010 to 2011. Or in 2010, not that 2010 was a stellar year by any means. Again, the average house in Fresno is about in half from its high. My condo's in about a third. The U.S. housing market drives the U.S. economy. And when it comes down to it, it has a lot to do with the world economy. And for over 4 years, I have been trying to get 2 words removed from the multiple listing service. Again, I'm a licensed real estate broker out of Fresno, California. Basically lost everything due to the housing market. And again, if you own a house, if you're a taxpayer, when it comes down to it, if you work for a bank, if you're a government official, you need to watch the short sale of the American Dream. It's called Short Sale on my website, livecalif.com. Just click on Short Sale. Again, subject to pricing not only contributed to the collapse of the market, my opinion is it's prevented any type of recovery. This whole housing catastrophe is based on people disguising that they're helping people. They helped people into homes they couldn't afford. Now they're helping them walk away. One of the things I want to talk about, housing market. I just had a friend refinance their house, and they got this letter from Fannie Mae. I've gotten letters like this in the past, but not one like this. The ones I received was from Flagstar Bank saying their loan was purchased by Chase. This one says Fannie Mae purchased a loan from Chase. So again, Fannie Mae owns this loan. In other words, taxpayer. What companies did we bail out? Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. They're the ones that own this loan. But Chase is going to service it. I tried calling Chase because again, I'm in trouble. No ands, buts about it. This housing market has destroyed me. But I'm not going to be forced in to doing something that's wrong. Back at the height of the market, I was tempted to get into, I'm a real estate broker. I could have done loans, but I knew what was going on. I'm not going to do something that's wrong. I'm not going to be forced into doing something because someone else will. Now, they're being helped to walk away through the short sale, subject to pricing. Again, you want to fix the housing market, you need to remove 2 words, subject to. Please watch my documentary called The Short Sale of the American Dream. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, that's a good subject to talk about. GOP leading candidate now, Newt Gingrich, received between $1.5 and $2 million prior to bailout. So guess what, taxpayer? You gave Newt Gingrich $1.5 to $2 million to be a historian. And what I find really interesting about the $1.5 and $2 million is, which one is it? What is the real number? If this guy wants to be president of the United States, we need to know the number. What was the number Newt Gingrich received to be a historian from a company that was bailed out? And it's interesting, this letter that talks about that it's a public company. But yet, I believe their shares are basically worthless at this point. And it's the U.S. government, U.S. taxpayer that's on the hook. Now we have someone running for president that received a large amount of money from a bailed out company. I find it also interesting that he's surging in the polls after Herman Cain drops out because of infidelity. I believe Newt Gingrich was guilty of that a few times. What's wrong with the voters? That's my question. In 2008, we voted for change. In 2010, we put the Republicans back as a majority of Congress. We didn't give change a chance. Now nothing's changing. They want back in. They just had the Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, that beauty. They had him on the news today talking about the taxes to the rich, saying, at this time, do we really want to be taxing the people that create jobs? How old are these Bush tax cuts? How old is these big tax cuts to the rich? Where's the jobs that you're talking about, Mitch? This country's messed up, let's face it. President Obama, you need to stand up now. Be the President of the United States of America. I really think we need a third party, but I just don't know how that could happen before November 2012. It's December 2011 right now. But we need to change now, starting with the U.S. housing market. I'm going to go back to this letter again from Fannie Mae, saying how they own the loan now. Chase is going to service it. I made a phone call to Chase last Friday. I was put on hold, transferred to departments that said they couldn't help me for over 100 minutes. I intentionally called on my cell phone so I have a record of how long I waited to be told no one can help me, basically. I asked about the unemployment program. I've been unemployed for a long time. Underemployed, unemployed, but definitely in 2011, it's nothing but full unemployment because of the housing market. Because I won't be forced into doing something wrong, subject to pricing short sales. I'm not a big broker with big insurance to be able to list the bank foreclosures. So anyways, I called Chase, asked about the unemployment program. I don't qualify because I don't receive unemployment compensation. I've been meaning to talk about this one for a while because President Obama, I know your heart's probably in the right place to keep extending unemployment benefits, but darn it, what about the people like me? Self-employed people. Supposedly the people that are supposed to be out creating jobs, small business owners. What about us? Again, if these people paid on unemployment, they should receive the benefits they're entitled to, but extension? Now you're getting into gifts. Where's my gift? I've never gotten anything in my life, and I really don't care if I get one or not at this point. Things don't change. I've seen a couple of comments on Facebook, and I'm thinking the same thing. Do I really want to keep living in a world like this? You can't turn around and hear someone's going broke, some government's broke. And it gets into, we need to take care of America now. We need to quit giving our money away. I've never heard of anyone, including myself, that's broke, giving money away. The taxpayers need to be told how much money we're giving away before we're asked to take any cuts. There is no cuts for me, but, again. So again, President Obama, you need to stand up now. Be the President of the United States of America. Take our country back. My suggestion is you need to team up with all the candidates running in 2012. Find out who wants change. Don't care if they're Republican. Don't care if they're Democrat. Who wants change? We need to get out of the wars now. All funding of those wars need to stop. Get our troops home, protect our borders. Take care of America. I keep hearing on the news how we're basically looking at war with Iran. We could look at every country in the Middle East and probably figure out a way to get in a war with one of them. They're all crazy. Let's face it. Let's get out of there. Let's get our oil that we have here, or in Canada or Mexico. Let's take care of our neighbors, or actually have a working relationship with them. Shut down that Mexican drug cartel. If I was in Mexico, I'd be running across the border too. Would you want to live where the Mexican mafia runs everything, shooting people? The only way we're going to stop the flow of people from Mexico is to take care of Mexico. Take care of our neighbors. Take care of us for once. So again, America needs change, and change now. I believe we have a president that has intelligence. I believe we have a president that cares about people. But you need to stand up. You need to figure out how, in 2012, if you get reelected, how you can bring that change. Show us a map. Show us who's on board, who we should be voting for. I'm disgusted. Like I said, it really gets into, do you really want to live in a world where you have no money? You can't turn on the TV and hear of all the financial problems. I live in a city of Fresno. Supposedly their credit rating is so low right now, they can't get a loan for anything. If they want a police car, they have to pay cash. That's where I live. But guess why? It's because of the housing market. Again, you need to fix the housing market before this economy has any chance of recovery. We need to get out of these wars. We need to quit giving our money away. Let's take care of us, the United States, us. So again, John Drux, livecalif.com. Keep watching. Have a great day. Excuse me while I turn off my camera.